Hello, Dirt Beauties. It's Marcos, and this is our week 11, going to week 12 recap briefing video. And we've got a big deadline coming up on Thursday, so I want to get you guys just quickly briefed. Yesterday, we had our one-on-one meetings, and I appreciate everyone doing a quick pivot to switch to that format because I think it was a better use of our class time. And I hope each of you had a productive full class session outside of our quick 10-minute review session. And from everything I'm seeing, you guys are doing great. Some of you are almost, and one of you is completely done or practically done, and maybe two or three others are very, very close. But many of you are kind of in the middle, and too many of you are really behind. So I am hoping for a productive week, not just for those who are behind, but for all of you. And I know you guys are good at surging when needed, and right now it's needed as we've got a week to go. So I don't want to take too much time. So let's get through this. All right, here we are. Week 12, the ninth is our next session in class. We're going to have a full class review of our final design layouts of our storybooks. And that'll mean presenting quickly and showcasing what you've done. And then maybe having a little few comments here and there, or maybe having a few things you're not quite done with. It should be minimal because what happens after that is a kind of unique week. We're going to have a Saturday of that week deadline. So 3 days after our class, you are to have your final files due. You can turn them in Friday or Thursday night if you're done, but you'll need to package the files, and I'll go over that in our class on Saturday. You just need to prepare everything so that my plan is to spend the Sunday, the 12th, I think it is, working on getting all the files put together, making a different PDF that will be uploaded to Blurb so that we can get that to that printer and begin the printing process there. But it's going to be key because we won't have a lot of time, and these books have to be printed from San Francisco and shipped. And I do not want to miss our deadline for our final projects, as you can see on the bottom, our final review on the 7th of May. You need about a month. And I also don't want to go into rush shipping charges. So know that if you are late and you need to turn it's going to cost me money. Okay. So I don't have a lot of money. So don't do that to me. Okay. Get it done on time. And as I talk to some of you, if Saturday night is difficult, and Saturday by sunset, that's the that's the deadline. Sundown Saturday when it turns dark, you better have your stuff uploaded, or you'll turn into a pumpkin. But basically, on Saturday night, Sunday, I'll be working on it, and as long as I have a good batch to be working on. So if some of you are behind and would like part of this of Sunday morning and Saturday night to work on it, that can be arranged. I just can't have too many of you doing that, but I don't think there's that many that will need it. So just know there's another little parachute of safety that could help you guys get finished. And so the key is for all of you, whether you're almost done or have like to go, focus, be disciplined, and still have your high level of standards, and make sure you're making your design as great as possible. All right, just really quickly, we're going to have 3 more weeks after that of class before the fourth and final week 16 final reviews. Going backwards, the final review session will be at my office again. We're going to do another trip out to my office, and instead of having a photo shoot in our photo studio room, the photo studio room will become a critique room that will have a setup of four iMacs to have stations, with each of those four iMacs being manned or womaned or kidded by a guest critiquer or critiquer. So there might be a pair of kids on one. There'll be a designer from who used to work with me on another. Demi will be there, and so will Mateo and Ahana, and maybe a few surprises. But basically, you'll get a chance to review at least two or three, hopefully, to go around and present your work to the different design stations. All right, so that'll be great. And the last project we're going to have that needs to be part of that final review, which will be the storybook in printed form in your hand and on your screen, your baby board book printed on your hand and on the screen, and a digital audio visual storybook, which we're going to do starting week 13 on the 16th. On the 23rd and 30th, we're going to have a planning design concept phase. You show us what you're going to do, your first design development sketches, and then, or not sketches, layouts, and then your completed design programmed as a sound MP4 by the 15th. And if you're getting nervous here, basically the idea is to utilize your assets from your storybook, maybe your baby board book if it's appropriate. But basically, you can do something brand new. I'm not discouraging that. You just have to be able to manage your time to do it. Um, and also in terms of the, if you're like, I don't do motion graphic, it's meant to be basic. It's meant to be almost slideshowy. It doesn't have to be complicated. It can be if you're good at it, but I'm not looking for explosions. I'm not looking for like special effects. I'm looking for a Ken Burns kind of, quick, slow, and beautiful. That has a lot to do with the sound. Like we need to take a back seat and have it be about the story being told by a voice, by your voice, or by your friend's voice, or by a believable AI voice that'll read the story out loud while visuals are there to support it. So that's the basic project for that. Okay, but let's not worry about that now because right now you've got to respond to your part three design finalization, and we're going to go to design completion. And for design completion, you're going to consider the feedback you got from your part four. You're going to complete your illustrations and layouts fully. You're going to have a cover and at least 10 spreads with a back completed as well in our from our in-class review. And don't forget your title spread. Don't be that one student who forgot. Don't be that person. And then you update your presentation. So basically, as I showed last week, this is what a 10-page, a 10 spread story with four dirt pages looks like. As you can see here, there are the 10, including page one, which is the title spread. Don't be shy. You need a title spread. Another thing I've been asking some students, if you have time, is I want to have a potential the end spread, and this is part of the 10, so it doesn't count. But I can't quite crack the code on what causes an extra white spread to happen at the end of books when they're printed. And if that happens to yours, I might say, can you take your title spread and maybe change it or give me a the end page so we have, or maybe just some kind of pattern page that we just don't leave it blank. So don't worry about that for now, but I'm just bringing that up. But basically, make sure you have 10 spreads, which includes the title spread. That's the minimum. You can have more, add more as you need. Don't worry about the number for now. Of course, it has to be in twos. That's something you got to worry about in spreads. 2 pages a spread is what you can add and add what you need. And then don't forget about the fixed elements. The things we can't mess with are the dirt logo in the corner on the right. Don't forget about that. It's in this white box. The white box is not going to change. It's not going to be just a dirt logo without a white box. The white box has got to be there. The UPC code's on the bottom of the back, but it's all centered, but it's also on Amazon, a KDP. It's going to be on the left side. So just bear that in mind. And then the inside cover is blank. The first page, page one here, is also left alone. Don't change colors. Don't put your illustration here. I know it's tempting. One of you already tried it, and I had to tell you no. But that's going to stay the same, except you can type in your name here if you want, or I'll do it. Page two is going to be blank for now, although on Amazon, we've got a whole bunch of stuff here, so it's going to be used. And on page three is where you're going to put your bio. You're going to write a bio, or not a bio, but an overview of your story and your design approach, and maybe a little bit about yourself, although it'll say about yourself here. At the minimum, please put your name and put the city or region that you're from. Try to avoid New York City so we can give more of a deeper story about where you're from. And then maybe if you want to read this and pause it, it's an example. It ends with her promoting herself on her own website. You don't have to do that, but you can. So just mess with this paragraph here. And if you need me to do it, I can do it too. But do give me the basic information that I don't know, like where you're from. But when it comes to the portrait, make sure you are picking a portrait from our photo shoot and that you are cropping it nicely. See how nicely this portrait is cropped where her head's nearly touching the top and she's filling the frame. She's not overpowering it too much, but don't keep it too far away because then you look small and you don't look good. But you guys, you've got such great material to work with. Again, such incredible portraits. You guys are superstars. I knew it. I knew it from day one. I told you you were, and now I got proof. You guys are superstars and you can do more than you think you can. You're capable of so much and you're proving it. And let's grab one of those pictures and put it in there, knowing confidently that you're representing yourself for life. So here's the photo shoot pics. It's in the main folder. And in that one is everyone has a folder with your name in it. And in each of your folders, there's a color and a black and white. Go to the black and white, please. Use color for yourself. And then pick out, there's the various photos, whether you're holding the bag or books, but I'm looking mainly for you to pick from these portraits. Now, it's not to say that if you, no, none of these really apply, but if there's a picture where you're holding the bag and the bag is not in the picture, sure, you can use that, but these don't look like they would work. So it has to be from this top row. So you're picking a picture like this, and of course you're going to crop into it, like nice and tight, a little bit of shoulder, top of the head near the top. And then the back page is the last fixed element that you should be not messing with. And then, oh my goodness, I hope you have not forgotten this. Remember the bleed. Don't put me in a position where I get your file and then there's no bleed and then I have to enlarge it and maybe cut off pieces you don't want. I'll go over that again in class, next class, but you guys were pretty good. I think one person didn't do it for the baby board book. So don't forget that, please. And then I've got the I've got the assignment on Canvas all hooked up with a link to the photo shoot photos to get you there quicker if you need, as well as a link to the Google Drive for you to have your presentation ready for Thursday. And there's that folder, Children's Storybook Part 5, Design Completion. And of course, this is this is not the time. Please, I beg you, do not fall in love now. I want you to fully fall in love after class is over, starting May 9th or 8th or whenever. Give it a few days, maybe May 11th, then fall in love. And please, I want you to fall in love for life. It's so important. But right now, don't even dare, don't even think about it. Daniel, I know you're thinking about it. So please cut it out. That goes for all of you guys. No falling in love. Fiery, that means you. No falling in love, please. You don't got time for that noise. Okay? So please do not fall in love. And instead of falling in love, focus all that energy, all that tension, all that brilliance into your storybook. Make it great. Get it ready for the deadline. But take care of yourself. Some of you are getting sick. Like, get rest. Don't go crazy. Don't stay up all nights in a row. But do what it takes. You guys got it. Look at the pictures if you're not sure. Look at the pictures of yourself. You'll see who you are, stars. And be ready on Thursday in class to present and to get briefed on the next step for the next class. So important class. Do not miss it. And many of you are at the point, or maybe even beyond the amount of answers you should have. Don't mess with that. Don't take advantage of my kindness. Do not see kindness as weakness, please. That's not what's going on here, okay? I want to make sure that the A-making machine, who has no feelings, is fed what it needs to make that beautiful golden A for each of you. Please do not deprive the A-making machine of the fuel it needs to build your A, because if it gets tired or weak, it starts making curves. It starts making two curves or maybe one curve. And if it's starving, and you might put a line like this and make a curve, and if it's completely devastated, it's going to go, and you're going to get an F. So please don't do that to the A-making machine. She wants to make you an A. She's making you an A. Don't let it melt. Don't let the A making machine melt its beautiful golden A's, please. And of course, do not fall in love. Okay, guys, we'll see you next week. And reach out if you need anything. It's spring break for me because my kids are in public school, but I'm still working as usual. But reach out, and I will see you guys in class on Thursday. Bye-bye.